Hello again everybody and welcome back to Fugit's Blitz with me, Fugit. Hello! Time for another advanced tactics video. This time we're going to explore the tactic of baiting. What is baiting? Wow! Baiting is where you titillate, tantalize and tempt the enemy tanks to push onto you. This will allow your team to basically farm them out of existence. It's a standard tactic you will see the tour players doing, but it's incredibly rare to see it happen in regular battles, if I'm being honest. Why is that? Well, in regular battles, players are generally infatuated with doing big damage, and therefore generally don't like doing tactics such as baiting, because baiting is not a tactic designed to get you massive damage. It's a tactic designed to get others damage, but the enemy, and to win the game, and more importantly, to control the game. Successful baiting will result in you getting a lot of assistance damage, and therefore it will increase your chances of getting one of those fabled golden M's. Because, contrary to popular belief, grabbing a mastery badge isn't always about doing damage, it's about doing XP, and you get XP from also doing active actions such as spotting and assistance damage, etc, etc. Not all about damage. Obviously, the more damage you do, the greater your chances are on getting one of those big mastery badges. So with knowing that baiting tactics do not necessarily result in lots of damage for you, why should you even contemplate doing it? Well, the answer to that one is pretty straightforward. If you want to increase your chances of winning, then understanding different tactics will allow you to tailor your gameplay and get that ever so crucial map control. The very same map control I've mentioned in other advanced tactic videos. Now, like I said in those vids, map control is the key to victory in almost all cases. Whoever controls the map gets to dictate the course of the battle and therefore increase their chances of winning that game. Map control can never be underestimated. It's the very thing that all the pro teams try to seek to achieve in the top tournaments. For that very reason, controlling the map controls the game and therefore gives you an advantage. So let's jump into a replay, because that wasn't it, and let's have a look at baiting, how you can do it. So this is the replay we're going to study, and it is me rolling out on the FV201A45, a British tier 7 heavy tank. Now, what we're going to do here, I've already read the lineup, which you can see on the screen now, and I can see from their lineup they've got 2 mediums, 3 heavies, 1 TD, and 1 light. We've got pretty much the same. So I'm going to add to this ramp area and I'm going to try to bait them. Now, they've already been spotted. There are 2 smashers, a prosciutto and a shark, all in that little area. They've got an ISU somewhere else. There is the FC M50T. He's going to get absolutely wrecked, and I'm assuming the T49 will be on the top of the hill. At this moment, I don't want to push too far forward and get spotted. The reason being, I'm waiting for my tanks from the mini-map, you can see, to get into position. Basically, what I'm waiting for is our light tank and our TD to get up to the perch on the hill, which is where they're aiming for. The IS-5, our heavy tank, is just behind me. You can see that on the mini-map. And I don't want to move realistically until they are in their positions. Now I can see they're in position, I'm going to push around and get spotted. And this is where I now start to bait them. I want them to push. And I know for a fact that the smasher wants to push. And there are 2 of them. And already I've started to do assistance damage. I'm going to keep popping my head round the corner. I can take a bit of shots. I'm going to keep popping my head round the corner and keep them here. I am just baiting these enemy tanks. I am begging them, tempting them, titillating them to do something to me. All the while, my team is farming them. That's exactly what my team is doing. Again, I can afford to take a few damage. I've already done 3,674 assistance damage, and I'm just going to sit here and keep doing it, and keep doing it, and keep doing it. Now we're up to 4k, near as darn it. And I'm still popping the shots left, right and centre. And as you can see, they're already down to 3 tanks. Make that 2. there's nothing they can do. Now I can continue my little push forward. Oh, that's a bit of a dodgy shot. And before you know it, I controlled the map, we controlled the map, did over 4,100 assistance damage. I only did 776 damage myself, but we won the game. And we won the game pretty easily, despite them having 2 smashers. And now you can see here, whilst I only did 776 damage, the assistance damage gives me enough to get a 2nd class. That is what baiting is all about. Baiting the enemy, tempting the enemy, forcing the enemy to do something that they don't particularly need to do. In other words, try to rush you. As you can see, I didn't do much damage, so this is not one of those tactics that everybody who's infatuated with doing big damage is going to want you to play for that reason alone. But it depends what you're after from the game. Are you after winning, and are you after improving yourself? If so, then this is a tactic that sometimes you can consider, because it really does work. As you saw there, I did 700 damage, which is pants for this tank, yet got a 2nd class. If I would have done a little bit more damage, I may have got a 1st or even a mastery. Who knows? And that's the thing about baiting. But more importantly, as I say, we controlled the map, we dictated the course of the battle, and as such, the win was ever so much easier, despite the enemy having 2 smashes. Anyway, I've been Fujit. That has been my little video on baiting, another advanced tactic. By all means, comment in everything below, because I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this one. Like I said, it's not a tactic you are going to come across that often in regular battles, because it doesn't get you massive damage. But it is one of those tactics that's good enough to keep in your arsenal for a rainy day or when you need it. Anyway, look forward to your comments, guys, and until the next time, stay safe out there, have fun on the battlefield, and happy tanking, because that is what it's all about, having fun and being happy.